As I said last night, I'm not going to
Oh, there's music in that.
shut down the economy. I'm not going to shut down the country. I'm going to shut down the virus. I'm going to shut down the virus. Shut down the economy. I'm not going to shut down the country.
That's. I didn't realize that there was actually music in there. I didn't hear the music when I was testing things.
Uh-oh.
So we're just going to end it right there. It's only a couple seconds worth of music. I paused it. I said something. I played it again.
I didn't even hear it. The volume levels are just too low on my iPhone.
And I think that's what was happening is because I was testing it over talk and other things that were going on or whatever. So I'm like, I seriously did not hear that music.
Oh.
It is what it is. It's fine.
I mean, that came from YouTube, so it should be good.
Yeah. I mean, for as much as, it could just be, music just for that or whatever.
Thanks, by the way, Meme the Left. I love you.
But I liked it, and that's why I'm like, yeah, we'll try that. But I might have to find something else for tomorrow or whatever, if that's the case. But yeah, another night we'll stick with Koolfrogg, and as you notice, I actually changed the headline on there or whatever. It's not saying stick with Koolfrogg. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to change it every night to something different. This one says, I need followers to tell me to finish Fauci testimony. Why? Because F Fauci. I don't care about Fauci. I really don't. I just wanted to try going through his stuff or whatever. And I was thinking, 1 or 2 nights. Third night,
Good,
I don't want to do it. It's a big no. Not going to happen.
They are insufferable. Every single person in that courtroom is insufferable. I hate them. It's TikTok time.
It's TikTok time, right? Exactly. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna laugh. Before we move on too far, if you would like to follow me anywhere, you can help me support me immediately. Go to buymeacoffee.com/Koolfrogg. That's KOOLFROGG. You can go down below and you can actually hit the link tree. And there's plenty of ways that you can follow me. You can help me out. There's a link tree, or there's a Teespring in there. There's plenty of different options and ways to actually follow along with almost anything that I do. I try to put something on. I want to put something on most of those channels, but it's time frame. It's so hard to actually find something to put on every, a different thing on every single page. So it is what it is. I do have Jimmy YouTube with me tonight. How's it going, buddy? You want to show yourself out?
Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for having me. Yeah, absolutely. You can follow me at the Atlas Pass on TikTok for some amateur art and now some fun anime clips with a little bit of music behind them. Or you can follow me at YouTube or on YouTube here at Jimmy YouTube, or you can follow me on Twitter at RealAnimeRich under spaces and capitalizations. Get there.
I think I have to add your link for Jimmy YouTube. I don't think I have that link down below. I think it's just to your other 2 links that you had out there. So remind me after the show. I'll add that to the description.
Roger Dodger. Yeah, all you're gonna find on there is a couple of music videos that haven't struck for some weird. I mean, I
sure.
and made, but
it's fine.
I don't.
But you don't get followers if you don't actually, promote yourself somehow, right? That being said, I don't know if AmericaSearch.com or AmericaSearchOurFirst.com is going to actually join me tonight. If he doesn't, we'll still help him out anyway. And you can actually go to AmericaSearchOurFirst.com. Use promo code Koolfrogg and get yourself 15% off of anything in store. That being said, like we said, Tik-Tok Thursday. It's time to get some laughter going. after the last couple days of Fauciism, let's start it off with this one. That's funny. Oh, Jimmy lost connection. I gotta get that boy to actually use a computer as opposed to using his phone. Welcome back, Jimmy. Oh no. He's trying to talk, but we can't hear him, so look, it's just me. The good old Koolfrogg. We'll wait a few minutes before we actually start our next video clip, just because, you know, these were actually, this first bunch were actually submitted by Jimmy YouTube, so I would assume that he would want to actually see these. Ding ding. Oh, 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 oh. What's he's? Oh, there's two of me.
I think I'm Koolfrogg.
I'm Koolfrogg.
No, I'm Koolfrogg. Damn it. Ribbit. So
Change it.
nothing about it, nothing like a bunch of laughter going on. That's what we need. After those last two nights, it was totally needed. So the next one that you had submitted.
Oh God.
You won't learn to stop playing with me. Who's that at your door? I don't know. Man, who is it?
It's Tommy.
Tommy? Man, I know you ain't invite no dude over here with my kids laying head at. I don't know no Tommy. So who the hell is Tommy? I don't know. Yeah, all right. We finna see, because you know better. You always lying. Watch this. Man, who's you watch at my girl house?
Hi, yeah, hello.
Bro, what do you want?
Yeah, my name is Tammy.
My man's, why is you
And
here?
I'm here to do diamond hair.
I'm here? I thought your name was
No, I
Tommy.
said my name is Tammy. Tammy. Tammy.
Boy, it almost got crazy.
Yeah,
What's
I'm here
up?
to do diamond hair.
Oh, all right.
You're very rude.
Man, mind your business.
Yeah, okay. Girl, you got the hair. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, yeah, excuse me.
Don't bring my thing.
We're here to do the hair.
Dude, yeah, I didn't even need to do
He's
the
there to
dreads.
part
It
her
was so
hair.
perfect.
That's what he's there for. There's just a part.
That was excellent. 10 out of 10 stealth right there. My name is Tammy. What?
So I wish I could just leave this up and I wouldn't have to share the screen each and every single time, but
Came up with
guess.
the gangster lean and everything.
It very timely. Very, very timely. He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh
That got
dang.
like 1 million views on TikTok.
Well, it just got a few more.
There you go.
So then this one, again, these first ones are all submitted by Jimmy YouTube for the show tonight. So
As you see, Seth Rogen disrespects his surroundings. I'm pretty sure the guy wasn't Seth Rogen, and somebody just animated some perfect laughter onto that.
And it's, you know, it's, you can totally hear the laughter coming from Seth or whatever, because that's the way he laughed at everything.
Yep, yep. Oh my gosh.
And that's what it's about. It's TikTok Thursday. I'm so glad that I decided not to do the third night of Fauciism.
Oh, dude, yeah. I needed a TikTok Thursday, man. I'm just cheesing over here.
I was wondering if I didn't lose a couple, lose shirts to him thinking that's what we were going to do. I did message him and say, by the way, we're doing TikTok. So, I mean,
yeah, we just vibe in shirts, please. We love you. If you want, I love you.
Okay. What you doing in there, man? Watch me eat this nice little slice of pizza. Let me tell you something. For me to find a slice of pizza by a propane grill, that's a blessing. You know, people don't be grilling pizza like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here, though. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look at you with your little friend. You got a friend? Okay. Only friend I need is this pizza right here. You know what I'm saying? Down in the willow garden. You know what to be singing when the food is good? Real good, man. Let me tell you something. I feel sorry for dogs because y'all got them weak paws, you know what I'm saying? You can't even hold a slice of pizza like I can, you know what I'm saying? I can hold it, fold it over New York style. Y'all can't do none of that, man. Dogs got weak paws. Well, I'm handling this pizza, you know what I'm saying?
I'm handling this piece.
Okay.
I'm handling this.
What you doing in there, man? Watch me eat this nice little slice of pizza? Let me tell you something.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Dude, that just the voices over the animals, man, kills me. Straight kills me.
Dang it. I'm missing myself some shirts.
Yeah, show feels lacking without him.
He's always got a good point to just about everything.
Yeah,
Amount of energy pumped into the ocean will create the vast amount of energy pumped into the ocean will create what one scientist has called a mega tsunami.
A mega.
The vast amount of energy pumped into the ocean will create what one scientist has called a mega tsunami.
Oh.
The vast amount of
Oh. Drink your water, kids, and don't shove anything and everything in your face.
Yeah, absolutely. If it's the only thing that you do is put your water in your whiskey, I mean, it's totally worth it. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Laughing already. You gotta remember, I can see this stuff as I'm clicking on it to bring it up. So
Oh. Oh.
Who hitting the ball?
Debo.
Me! God damn, this shit good! Oh, shit!
Like, okay. Bro, who hitting the ball?
Debo.
Me! God damn, this shit good! Oh, shit!
Like, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny as can be. Oh,
Can't
my
you just
Lord.
put yourself in that Call of Duty chat room, bro?
Me.
Dying.
Oh my Lord. That's so funny. His shirt's just missing a good laugh.
Oh, dude.
Hey, Greg.
What?
Get your fat ass over here.
No, Charlie, don't.
Dude.
Flawless victory.
Hey, Greg.
What?
Get your fat ass over here.
No, Charlie, don't.
Yes, dude.
Flawless victory.
Dude.
The Mortal Kombat.
Flawless victory.
Fatality.
Oh man. So that was what was shown from you. So then, we move on to libs of TikTok. Libs of TikTok
go.
can get very, very interesting, and the conversations can change from one thing to the next. So as
Before
opposed
you
to
do that,
scrolling,
or actually, why don't you go ahead and do that? I'm gonna grab myself some water quick. I'm gonna step away.
no, go ahead. So then, as opposed to scrolling from top to bottom, I'm going to scroll from bottom to top. So we went and I found the last thing that we watched last week, and we're going to move on from there. There's one that was at the very bottom that I can't actually show because it actually played a little jingle behind it. I wish I could because it's hilarious as can be. She actually sings a song to go along with everything that's happening. I just totally wish I could click on it and actually show it because, you totally see how fantastic she really is. Talking about things that are just not true. So while he's grabbing that, I'm going to actually go and pour myself a drink. Got myself some Windsor. Just a little bit. Channel my granddad and throw some water in there with it.
You can totally convince yourself you're hungry if you're actually thirsty. So careful with that, everyone.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, like he said, drink water. I absolutely, before I get to the late night and actually start drinking some whiskey with my water, I probably go through about 3 or 4 bottles of water during the day. So it's totally good for you. On top of the orange juice that I drink in the morning and the milk I drink at dinner time, fluids are your friend.
For real, dude. You are 70% water. If you round up, you water. So just likewise is likewise, friends.
So yeah,
What's good for the goose is good for the gander. I've been hearing that all over the damn all over the shop, man.
So, like I said, libs of TikTok. So, like I was telling the audience here, if you didn't hear me, was as opposed to going from top to bottom, I actually went and I found the last thing that we watched last week, and we're gonna scroll up from there because it just makes sense. The one that's just below here, whatever. Perfect. I'd totally like to play it, but she goes and she sings a song to go along with the quote unquote insurrection, and she throws some choice words in the jingle that she sings. Like I said, I wish I could play it, but I can't because of the song that she's actually using. And I have not listened to all of these to actually make sure that everything is kosher. So if I pause it for whatever reason, it's because the music in the background
Can you believe that tomorrow will already be the 1-year anniversary of Trump's Capitol riot? It's just crazy. I'll never forget that day. The only day I can even relate it to was September 11th. That feeling of shame and sadness and just how dark the day was for our country. It's a day I'll never forget, as I'm sure many of you won't.
Ridiculous to even compare.
Gosh, he's just an idiot. He's an idiot parroting stupid things he's heard on mainstream media. That's all he is a talking fucking idiot.
Right. Listen. I listened to Kamala Harris. And I'm going to repeat what she said because that's how I supposedly feel. Because she told me that's how I feel. This is dumb. So this comes from, again, this is all libs of TikTok, but this comes from, it looks like it says thread of all the Democrats, Dem groups fundraising of January 6th on the 1-year anniversary. It's really ridiculous what they're actually trying to use it as to actually do their own fundraising. And they're trying to say that, both sides are doing it. They're using this day as something that's, hopefully one day we can actually get past the ridiculousness of what they actually are calling January 6th, because January 6th is not what they say it is. It says says 1 year ago today, insurrectionists violently stormed the U.S. Capitol with the intent of overturning a free and fair election incited by Donald Trump. It is planned to attack against democracy. When the House floor was cleared on January 6th, about 30 of us were left behind, trapped in the gallery as the insurrectionists invaded. I remember fearing for my life and preparing to fight as they pounded on the doors. Only feet from where I hid under the seats, I'm grateful that I reached safety later that day. But our democracy is far from safe. Trump and his Republican allies continue to peddle dangerous misinformation about the elections. They continue to attack our democracy, constitutional federal republic, and they continue to introduce anti-voting bills, including more than 400 nationwide last year. We must respond with urgency necessary. That's why I'm continuing to call for the Senate to immediately reform the filibuster, pass voting right legislation, and protect our democracy. That's one of the dumbest things right there, is trying to reform filibuster. Filibuster's there for a reason. And then they want a $3 contribution. So they're using January 6th for their benefit to try making money. And look, it's not just one person. This is Primula. There's Eric Holder's group. There's Dean Phillips' group. There's the Arizona Democrats group. Oh, look, there's Minnesota's Mr. Waltz's group. Or I suppose it's more of Flanagan or whatever. But there's the state of Wisconsin. Nevada Sisolak. Look at this one. I mean, Democratic victory. Emily's list. Whoever this person, I'm not sure who Emily really is. But, just another person trying to make money. Keith Ellison. It just goes on and on and on. Just what anybody that had anything to do with the left is using January 6th to their benefit of trying to raise money to keep on pushing lies. So as you can see, it's a very lengthy...
I like that CNN's viewership dropped.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It totally dropped.
Literally nobody is buying this. More people are gonna be tuning into stuff like this, who are welcome out on their BS.
I think we kind of caught this one last week. Said I'd love to see her lesson plan for BLM riots. Teaching about Jan 6 Capitol riot today. And she's got multiracial democracy and white supremacy. And I mean, she's a white woman. Go figure. Oh, I'm sorry. I actually gendered her as a woman. She looks like a woman. Maybe she's something else.
Stop comparing protests that have occurred because people are being murdered for the color of their skin to a white supremacist inciting a violent riot on our nation's capital, which was followed through by literal Nazis and terrorists because he didn't win an election. And if you are a school administrator who is not allowing your educators to speak about this with your students, or if you're an educator who's not talking about it because you are too uncomfortable, you are all complicit in white supremacy. And if you can talk about 9/11 and acknowledge that with your students, then you can talk about what happened on January 6th. Just because the terrorists weren't brown or from another country doesn't make this any less of a terrorist attack.
But if if they would actually release over 10,000 hours of recorded video that is behind lock and key because they refuse to actually show it, we might actually feel a little different. Or maybe we'd believe you.
Is the footage that got out basically leaked footage that they just couldn't, that kind of through their grimy fucking fingers?
That's what I'm thinking. Is anything that is actually out there is actually leaked?
Dwight Eisenhower during World War II made sure all the Holocaust camps were filmed. So we've got the film footage. So now we're combating conspiracy theorists, deniers, and some trumpeteers. But my worry is, what do we call this and make sure we honor this day, this dark stained day every year? So we've got to keep saying January 6th. I think it is like December 7th, Pearl Harbor, and it is like the 9/11. Dwight
That's all they know how to do.
Who is denying the Holocaust?
I don't know. But apparently there's an awful lot of people that are trying to deny it. Apparently there are deniers that are out there. And I'm not saying that, this didn't happen, because obviously something happened, but they're refusing to release all the footage to it or whatever for whatever reason. And they're just going to continue to, witch hunt as much as they can to actually get, whatever kind of information they out that they want to actually get out. And as opposed to just saying January 6th was January 6th, they're like, oh, it's equal to 9/11. Nowhere near. Nowhere near.
Oh my.
Oh, we've seen this girl.
Can you bring up the death numbers real quick, or is that not okay for YouTube?
I really don't know if it's actually okay for YouTube or not. I believe we've seen this girl last week. I'm going to skip over her just because I believe she actually.
It looks like Trigglypuff.
And I'm probably going to be answering the majority of the questions we get today. So, yeah.
Yeah, we listened to that last week.
Nope. We're good.
Yep, totally good on that. Yeah. I really don't need to. I mean, I kind of remember whatever she's got over the top of her nose.
Huh.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Groomer's gonna groom. Creator of content banned from school says book is necessary for kids. Yeah. You're gonna, the stuff that they're actually banning from schools, and you're gonna say this is okay to actually put in schools? I'm not gonna click on it. It's a postmillennial.com. It's actually a full article. But this book should be okay. Put Mice Amendment back in there. There's a couple other books out there, or whatever, that have been banned over the Huck Finn. Put the stuff back. If you want, you want to push one thing, fine, push one thing. But you get to push all of it. You don't get to just push what you want to push. It's bullcrap. So sick of it.
This is a Target where you buy condoms.
Oh my lord.
Yo, I got a thing here that I'm kind of bumping around my head. So they took that kind of stuff out of the books as to not offend people, right?
Mm-hmm. But okay. They don't care about if you're the other side. They don't care if you're a whatever white man.
The fact that they're trying to change or hide history is offensive to me. So why is it that they can offend one person and that's just fine?
Because us being offended by them is not a thing. That's a conspiracy theory. Which we both know what conspiracy theories actually are.
Conspiracy fact.
So this lady actually sings. I'm going to turn down the volume on this. So she said, "This is a Target where we buy condoms. This is the Capitol, our seat of government. It protects our rights that folks fought and died for. This is no equivalency. These are people who have been slaughtered, fighting to say." She's basically, against the, calling Black Lives Matter a good thing. There was a Don Lemon. I don't know why he always invites this guy on, because they always get into it or whatever. They always call each other out for it. There's I believe the sheriff from Texas.
Let me tell you, when a soldier fights and dies on the battlefield thinking that he's dying for his country or whatever, maybe he doesn't even think that he's dying for his country. He thinks, what the fuck did I do? But who knows? He sure as hell is not fighting and dying thinking about your sorry ass.
No, absolutely not. But like I was going to say, is there's footage again. They went out today or whatever of Don Lemon sitting next to this guy, this sheriff, and the sheriff always calls out the ideology of Black Lives Matter, and like every single time he comes on there, and he always looks at Don Lemon and he says, "Why do you refuse to think that this is that BLM is a terrorist group?" He says, "I'm so sick of it." It's just hilarious. Every single time he shows up on. I don't know why they invite the guy back every single time, because it's just like it's always the same thing. The guy just looks at Don Lemon and tears him a new one each and every time on narrative. So it's just hilarious. This just actually brought that into my head or whatever, because it's basically what she's doing. She's doing the same thing, is praising one side but telling you that the other side is there's something actually wrong. 3 reasons why this tee is the push-up bra for guys. A white t-shirt. Whatever. And she lives on TikTok, says, "These are the ads that I get on TikTok. So much hate."
Let's see it.
That's what it is. It's the 3 reasons why the tee is a push-up bra for. This tee is a push-up bra for guys, and it's just a white.
It's not t-shirt. A video.
No, it's just a white t-shirt, and she's like, "These are the ads I get." So apparently there is probably more of a video to go along with that, but it's an ad that Libs took and clipped whatever just to show the picture of it. Most likely, there's probably some kind of music behind it, which is the reason why they clipped it the way they did. I've tried to talk to Libs of TikTok several times, like sent emails, sent DMs off of Twitter or whatever, Maybe I have to try actually going to TikTok to talk to them and see if
There you go.
they're
You
interested.
have to become a lib and get recognized.
I just want you to have your voice heard.
Dude, what if libs of TikTok is just like total libs?
That's fine. I want to do like an interview with them or whatever to see what this person's actually like. Tell me the truth. I'm ready to hear it. There was no 1-6. That's funny.
There was no inside erection.
Libs of TikTok
on six-
it seems to be very, very based on the stuff that they post.
That's true. I don't really think they'd be libs.
So we did kind of go through this already because I remember doing this one last week. Whatever we did, the post all your Jan 6 memes, please. And last week it was at 700. Look at this week; it's at 962. So, a very, very popular click on that one. Like a lot of people are like, "Oh, I got a meme to go along with that."
That's good. Cult. This is a solid meme canon.
Yes. Well, see, and I have to remember that I kind of do skim through their stuff or whatever through the week or whatever. I see the posts as they put them up. This is a cult. My son apparently did not want to wear his mask today at school. Guess who's grounded for a week? Sounds like terrorism. Oh.
I think we saw that one last week too.
Like I said, it would have been, I mean, I did the math. It would have been the 7th, whatever, that we did when we did this. So we would have had the stuff from the day before. And I guess it is January 6th that it's dated. So maybe we did go through some of this.
Speaking to children about the insurrection can be a challenge. And we spoke with Dr. Servat Borgave, a psychiatrist who specializes with children, on how we can speak to our children about the January 6th riot.
Dr. B has some advice on how to discuss this complex matter in a way that kids will understand. He says parents should have an open dialogue and explain things clearly.
Don't assume that because the child isn't talking about it, that the child isn't thinking about it. Also, don't assume that if the child looks okay, that he or she is okay.
He says having these open discussions can help kids open up and understand what's going on around them.
You have to create a space that is safe for discussion. And for kids, that means staying calm. It means
no different
a space
opinions
that feels non-judgmental. And it also means, and this might be the most important thing, be prepared to listen.
Dr. B also reminding parents to tell your children that a group of people were responsible for the riots. They don't think everyone they see was behind it.
So no different opinions, because you know dang well if you have a different opinion on that, you know it's that may be wrong.
Doesn't that make them think that there should be? Doesn't that make a kid think that there would be somebody around that might have been involved if you tell them it was a group of people?
Possibly. So I mean, it's just so. I don't know if we went through these. I mean, they say they're all Jan 6 or whatever. So I guess I did my math wrong when I was scrolling through it or whatever, trying to figure out where I was supposed to be. They have to be trolling us, right? Right?
You're probably in here just to stir shit, and you really aren't interested in a rational debate on this topic. I mean, your greatest joy is probably telling somebody to fuck off every day. So I don't really expect you to answer. If you do, great. But to anybody else who thinks that there is no comparison between January 6th and September 11th, what about the two events was different? Other than the fact that one was done by foreign terrorists and one was done by domestic American terrorists.
The death, ma'am. I will speak totally calmly. I got a little out of hand. The deaths, ma'am. The deaths were the difference.
Yeah, the amount of people that were actually, regardless to how many were actually injured,
the amount of terror involved, the terrorists involved.
Well,
was
yeah,
largely different because
when you do, rest in peace, Ashley Babbitt.
Oh gosh,
that's the way that's the only thing I have to say about it. So we did see this one. Man casually robs a jewelry store. Oh, this one was hilarious. This is hilarious.
Oh, shit. Someone's robbing a thing. Jewelry store.
Because then he gets chased down the hallway.
Oh, shit.
Tackled at the doorway.
fucking yell, "Hey, someone's robbing that shit! Get it!
I'm recording it.
There!"
Yeah.
And mob him. If he sees an angry crowd start mobbing him, it's their community. What are they doing?
Shit. Security's running after.
See? Immediately, one
tackled.
One big dude.
Right, one. I mean,
And he got
dude
him.
probably didn't really need to be all that big to actually get him, but at the same time, because what it is, they're just worthless human beings that are destroying the world. And when you steal things and they don't get returned for whatever reason, it seems as prices have the tendency to go up, and then they wonder why they can't afford anything.
If that guy, see, the worst that could happen is that could pull a blick out and shoot you, and you shuffle off of this mortal coil. Like, okay.
So they say, I'm literally shaking. What about all the men who suffer from this? That's a nice joke. I love it. It says things may briefly change your menstrual cycle, but you should still get one. Excuse me.
Ooh. What?
There was need to be able to console women on what to expect, says this lady, director of the Eunice Kennedy Shriver National Institute of Child Health and Human Development, which funded the work. So, I mean, may briefly change your menstrual cycle, but you should still get one. There's a couple question marks that should be in there. Why is it changing something? It shouldn't be changing something like that. Ha ha ha. So now we're on, because now you see the dates on there or whatever. Now we're to the 7th or whatever. So it says she deleted the tweet. So she went and took the clip and reposted it and said, there you go, now you can't delete it because it's no longer yours.
Oh, get wrecked. And it's not on Twitter anymore.
Right.
Or wait, on Twitter, I suppose. How is that not against? Oh, I guess her face isn't on it because she has a mask on.
Oh, we went through, I believe we actually seen this one. Books parents don't like to teach regularly.
Yep.
There's music behind the background, so I I muted that. I have a couple books that I read to my child on a regular basis or whatever, and yeah, they're nothing like those.
It's indoctrination.
Oh, we did see this
Literally
one.
want your kids people.
Jenna, go. Let's go. Bad girl. Let's go. Keep walking. Keep walking.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
You're a bad girl.
They're barking at
No, come on. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. Hey. Hey, girl. Come on, Jenna, go. Let's go. Bad girl. Let's go.
Fucking gnarly.
Where's her owner? You know,
I hope
they
those
just
people
tied her to
are like CEOs somewhere.
gate. Is there music?
I get to go outside.
Oh, we've seen this one. I get to go outside. She gets super. Did you see this one?
I
She's
don't
from New
recall.
Zealand. Okay, I have to remember that I watch some of the stuff for myself.
I get to go outside. I'm really excited. I got my blue wristband, which means that I'm allowed to leave my quarantine room and go for a walk outside in the car park. My scheduled time is in 15 minutes. So I'm going to take you guys with me.
Oh, there's music.
They can't arrest you. Just out your front door. Everyone on the planet. Woof.
So she left for the 15 minutes.
Making bank over there off of this in Australia.
This one says she's in New Zealand. So I mean, it's not just the island of Australia. It's also, you know, New Zealand and almost every other country in this world is being ridiculous.
Germany. Germany has armbands again, people.
Okay. Oh my lord. So this is the Babylon Bee. Biden unveils skin color chart to determine who gets federal aid.
Ooh.
It's the Babylon Bee, so I mean, it is what it is. It's more of supposed to be, you know, a comic or whatever, you know, because Babylon Bee
Right.
that way. But it's still interesting as
It's
it
a
is.
satire.
Right. Food and Drug Administration guidance drives racial rationing of particular drugs. State triage policies cite FDA guidance to justify allocating care based on race. I mean, you're afraid to go get your hair cut? See
I
this
cut my
lady
own hair.
again. I usually do too. This current apartment only has a flat mirror as opposed to like a three-way. So then I have the wife hold the mirror up for me, so that way I can get the back of my head.
I just kind of feel it out.
My daughter just informed me that the reason she wears her mask at school.
There's music in the background. Dang it.
TikTok do be like that.
This
It do
this
be like
lady's
that.
this one's the high school teacher who is charged with locking her positive 13-year-old child in the trunk to quarantine. This Texas mother was charged with child endangerment after she locked her 13-year-old child in the trunk after the child tested positive. Just disgusting when you think about it. You're like, how can you, what would make you even think of even doing such a thing?
You see what this fear does to people? You see what it's doing? People, wake up. Wake the hell up.
Have declined a little further. A total of 4 kids.
Okay, we listened to that. We listened to both of these or whatever last week. And we've seen this guy.
As you can see, my nipples have been removed from my body. Where they are, I don't know. I am experiencing phantom nipple, or somebody has my nipples and they're pinching them and they won't let go. So if you have my nipples, just let go. It's
That's the scab. That's what you're feeling, is the scab.
What in the hell?
Do you see this?
Oh yeah, dude. It's so gross.
And back to them barking at each other.
Name is John. You might know me as Chef. Name is John. You might know me as Chef.
He's got music in the background. So, Chef Jean Kong. My pronouns are they and he. TikTok has added pronouns to profiles, allowing all of us to refer to one another with case specificity. So this is how you can add pronouns to your profile. For this feature, you'll want to head to the Edit Profile section of the TikTok page, and you'll see an option to add your pronouns in between. Have you done this?
Done what? Link all my shit.
Added pronouns to your TikTok.
Oh my gosh, let me go do that now. I am a gender non-binary helicopter.
I'm a dragon.
My pronouns are Black or Apache incoming and Black Hawk down.
I'm really a frog, but I'd like to tell you I'm a dragon.
Yeah, he's a dragon king.
There is music, but really taking dollar bills and sanitizing each one of them.
Oh my gosh. I thought he was just like washing his hands.
Nope.
Here, you idiot.
So the one
Air
that
you
actually,
through the little hole by your nose.
This is funny. So the Penn's transgender swimmer lost to
it pisses me
Yale's
off.
transgender swimmer in a hotly contested women's Ivy League 100-meter race. So I mean, if I'm not mistaken, the Penn's transgender one was the one that actually made the headlines within the last few weeks or whatever.
This is in girls swimsuit, wins race.
He got beat.
My name is Magistra Y. I'm non-binary.
Oh my god, I replied to this one. And I'm like, this is just too much.
My name is Magistra. My name is Magistra Y. I'm non-binary, and I am a high school teacher. So today I thought I'd tell you a little bit about what I've done and what my school has done to make me feel comfortable out as non-binary at my school. The first thing is really easy. I wear a pronoun pin every day. This works as a visual cue for my students. When I introduced myself to my students, I also gave them some example sentences for those students who weren't as familiar with using they, them pronouns. So I told them, you could say, oh, I have Magistra Y's class next. They teach Latin.
She's playing teach
I wanted
literally.
to have a few visual cues in my classroom to show students that it is a welcoming and inclusive place. So one of the things I did was I put a pride flag on my desk. I'll take a pause here and say I am very, very lucky to teach at the school I teach at. They are very openly devoted to diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts. Those are some of the things that I've done, but what about my school? I use the title Magistra instead of Mr. or Miss, and the IT team actually managed to code it into the system, so anytime my name pops up, it comes up with Magistra Y instead of Mr. or Miss. Had a lot of colleagues ask me really insightful questions about my gender and my pronouns and my experience, and in general, they have created a really welcoming environment. And I don't think they did this on purpose, but my classroom is right next to the gender-neutral bathroom.
So you can see, here's my comment. They, Magistra, is effing ridiculous. It needs to catch them clues. I got 0 likes on all that. You gotta be kidding me. Only got 10 impressions because it probably got dropped down in the thing where nobody actually can see it or whatever, because nobody's gonna scroll through all of it to find all 938 retweets, 655 quote tweets. I mean, like I said, most likely it got, because of the comment that it is, it got dropped. And I've been shadow banned since, probably last year. I've been shadow banned for a couple years on this account.
Oh, jeez.
Absolutely. That's why my stuff doesn't really get seen on Twitter or whatever, because you have to actually be following me and actually paying attention to my page. Otherwise, you're just not going to see it, which is fine. I don't really care, but it's a perfect comment. Oh, no.
We fucked up. We let all the idiots get on the school boards and in city councils. I wasn't paying attention.
No, a lot of people weren't paying attention.
No.
And
I feel bad about that.
They get scared now when you see all these TikToks and these crazy people that are teachers. You're like, oh, my God.
But crazy people, they're just parents, Joe.
Well, some of them are.
I think a lot of them are.
No. We're talking about different things.
Oh.
The TikTok thing's a different thing.
Oh, I don't know
actual,
about
it's actual teachers.
I don't.
It's insane teachers telling the class.
Oh, I'm coming out as lesbian and all that stuff.
It's always like, these children need to respect my non-binary status.
Yeah. Oh, that shit.
If I get misgendered, the way I correct them, and they're like, usually, like a lot of them, like Libs of TikTok has a whole series of them. Some of them are just insane people that are now teaching your kids. And not saying it's insane to be non-binary. I'm saying it's insane to have this level of narcissism where you're declaring to the internet how you deal with a 7-year-old that's misgendering you. Like, this is...
Well, look at what the mechanisms
If they don't
are.
say they, them. The 7-year-old has to learn they, them. Is that
Right.
real?
No, look at the
Rogan.
mechanisms. It's what's controlling this. It's the TikTok. It's the algorithm. It's
Yeah.
it's the phone we put in our kids' hands.
Come on, phone.
Oh, are you having issues?
Yeah, a little bit here.
Did you hear the
Past, like, 5
volume?
minutes. Yeah, I heard it pretty decently. Really poppy.
Oh, so Adam Curry goes and talking to Joe Rogan, and they're talking to each other, and Joe Rogan goes and says, you know, if you haven't paid attention or whatever, even, you know, go look at libs of TikTok. And so I don't know who this is. I want to talk to libs of TikTok so I can actually, you know, call them out correctly. They had actually gone, Joe Rogan called them out, and it's like, I said, congratulations, lives of TikTok. You got your name called out on Joe Rogan, because that's just going to totally help. I don't want to see that. Music? We've seen this one. Our house in the middle of our street.
Street.
There's tents all over in the snow.
Wow.
DC is beautiful this time of year. I mean, look at the disgustingness. It's just ridiculous.
Wow.
Because I know it's a tough pill to swallow, but trust me on this, I'm like absolutely correct. Gender as an institution provides absolutely nothing positive for any individual. Any euphoria an individual attains because of a gender that they identify as only exists because of the society that they've been propagandized to live into. As a consequence of this, gender euphoria is not an adequate reason to advocate against gender abolition. And like, I totally get it. Like, look, I'm non-binary because I experience gender euphoria in this identity. But like, I also know that I only experience this euphoria because of gender propaganda that's been shoved down my throat for years. The simple fact of the matter is the extreme harms of gender-based oppression, which will necessarily exist in a gendered society, far outweigh any benefit an individual or community can attain because of gender euphoria. The only end for queer liberation is gender abolition. Nothing else is good enough.
That's why we only have 2.
Right.
Y'all are just cutting yourselves
I was
over here.
just thinking the same thing, and that's why there's only 2, male and female. Again, I'm a dragon.
It was so weird when that individual was talking. I found myself agreeing in some ways with what they were saying.
No, yeah, exactly. You're agreeing with what they're saying, but you know, you also disagreeing because, you know, obviously.
Well, yeah, it'd be like facts, wrong, and then facts, and then wrong again. It's like, bro, you can't flip flop here. You're getting a lot of this right. It's like, yeah, there's been a lot of gender propaganda been coming out. You damn right. Pansexual and all these other identifiers. Crazy people called poor folks.
That's funny. Hey, American Air, y'all cool with your pilots displaying this kind of cowardly rhetoric on their crew luggage when they're in uniform about to fly a plane? We are not only passengers who noticed and are disgusted today in UVF about to board to Miami, and you can see down there, whatever, you can see his tag says, "Let's go, Brandon, FJB." Good for him. Right,
Yeah,
good for
absolutely.
him.
I would have loved if the airline came
I'm
back
glad
and
he
said,
did it and he made you feel uncomfortable.
Yep, we're good with that.
Right. So then this here says insurrection, and then here it says, and this is all in the same line. So this one's, you know, all from from Libs. It says LOL, and she calls herself the accountability coordinator. They got blocked by this person. By the person that actually posted that.
Wow.
That's funny. That's so funny.
So cowardly.
It was Seth Dillon says it was supposed to be a joke. Babylon P. Gavin Newsom named U-Haul Salesperson of the Year. U-Haul Salesperson of the Year 2021. Because, it's a joke. Californians fleeing for Texas so fast, U-Haul runs out of trucks for them. People are just, I got to use the U-Haul. Oh, no, there's no U-Hauls left in California. Dang. How do we get my stuff out of here? The flight attendants on my American Air flight have walked by and looked straight at the man sitting next to me who is sniffling and eating while half wearing a one-layer cloth mask that is halfway off his face, and they have
How are you
not
gonna eat
said
with
a
a mask
word.
on his face, Karen?
I do not feel safe. If you don't feel, you're just as safe in the airplane as you are sitting next to the gentleman. So, I mean,
Well, that's just fine, ma'am. If you do not feel safe aboard our aircraft, please exit through one of our many windows.
That was good.
Just returned from visiting my family in the Midwest, and during my travels, I discovered a new tucking type. First, let me explain. I've done a number of TikToks where I talk tucking, and I thought I knew all the tuck types. There's tiny tuck, typical tuck, total tuck, and the tyrannical tuck. But one tuck type I didn't know about is the TSA tuck. It's an extreme type of tucking you employ to get through the body scanner at the airport, because if you don't, and I've had many reminders of this, you will set off groin alerts. Yes, groin alerts. That's what they call it. And the punishment for setting off groin alerts is getting your groin groped by a TSA agent. And goodness gracious, I gotta say, getting your groin groped isn't all that great.
But tucking, it's just wonderful. Libs says this is creepy.
Well, you know what? If you really don't like it,
What is
cut off.
that? No, right. Just go.
This person does not know how to tuck.
Help us all. Just remove it. What in the world is this? You need to lose some weight, dude. You wouldn't have to wear the corset. Oh, man.
Is sowing chaos. I don't know who needs to hear this, but passing is not the point of being trans. The point of being trans is sowing chaos and destroying capitalism. This is my gay alpaca. His name is Steven. I don't know who needs to hear this, but passing is not the point of...
What in the world is going on?
No. That was truth. That was straight truth.
What the hell? They got their card mounted to their shoe.
Oh, that's styling.
It's always on.
Let me get a pair of them.
They always have it with them. Be like, look at my feet. You want to know my status? Look at my feet.
Check out my zapatos, homie. I'm vaccinated. Bitch.
Yes, Queen. She looks absolutely amazing. Lizzo celebrates weight gain. You can see these stretch marks on her shoulder.
God.
Ugh.
I feel bad about when I like have my arms at my sides and I can see like the side view in the mirror. I just can't imagine how I would feel if I looked like that shit.
Like I've been saying that I feel like I'm about 20 pounds overweight. I definitely have to be pushing about 30 pounds overweight, if not more, or whatever. I mean, yeah, definitely have a food belly going on. That's absolutely.
I got you.
I like to eat food. I like to cook food. Eat an onion a day.
I'm pretty sure onions are A-okay on the keto diet.
They're one of the best things to actually eat. They're supposed to be good for you.
Really?
So this father convinced his young child that he can be any gender he wants and now uses him for internet clout. This is literally child abuse. Yes, it is.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and help you out. Let's answer some questions because I guess you guys want to know. So, hey.
Hi.
What's your name?
My name is Mo.
Mo. Go ahead and answer the question. Are you a boy or are you a girl?
I am neither, actually.
What? Get out of town. What's that mean?
That means I am gender fluid.
Gender fluid. So what do you like to be called if you're gender fluid?
I prefer they, them, so it's not just like having a new pronoun every day, making it super difficult.
All right, they, them.
You're supposed to be a role model, asshole.
Gotta be honest. What's this gender fluid mean?
So instead of being one solid gender, my gender changes
I bet
each
this
day,
guy's in trouble.
week. It all depends. Like, so one day I could be a boy, the next day I could be a girl, agender, pangender, and so forth.
Oh, all right. But, the people really want to know.
The fuck is
you were clearly
wearing a
born
choker?
either a boy or a girl. It's gotta be one or the other, right? I mean, it's what they say. What is it? Answer.
Well, I personally think it's none of your business, and you don't need to know what's in my pants.
Oh, you know what? I agree.
Yeah,
it's not really any of your
you're a
fucking
boy,
business.
dumbass. It's not hard to tell. That was
So
pre-planned
instead
and
of it
fake
being
and
the
awful.
teachers that are indoctrinating these people, it's the parents that are indoctrinating their children to actually feel this way. Libs says this is literally child abuse. Yes, absolutely child abuse. This should not be a thing.
If this had happened like 50 years ago, they'd be in jail. What are you doing to your kid? This is irresponsible. Don't you know that 60% of these motherfuckers kill themselves?
It's crazy when you think about it.
And I think that number increases if they've had the surgery.
$16-month-old learning how to be responsible. This is not called being responsible.
16-month-old found dead in his crib because he was wearing a fucking mask. Idiots.
Well,
it's just so stupid. Sex redefined. The idea of two sexes is overly simplistic. Biologists now think there are a larger spectrum than just binary male and female and male. Even the scientists are disgusted. are disgusting or whatever. It just quit trying to tell people there's more than two genders.
They're
I mean,
just
I
selling
totally had the
out.
conversation with my daughter. Whatever. The last time my daughter was over here, I was watching something. And she says, "What are you watching?" And I said, "Here, let's make it simple and easy." I said, "Simple, easy question. How many genders are there?" She kind of looks at me confused and she says, "Well, two." I'm like, "Perfect. That's all you need to know." And she's like, "Oh, okay." I told her mom that I'd done that or that I had asked her, and she said two. And her mom looked at me. She says, "Well, I'm like, there's mental illness." And she's like, "Well,
Protect your
yeah,
kids
I
from
get
the
what you're
school
saying.
people.
It's mental illness." So it's like her mom tried actually saying, "Well, there's more than there's this and this," and I'm like, "No, there isn't. It's all mental illness." And that's all they're trying to teach is it's just that it's okay to be mentally ill.
There are freak accidents that cause hermaphrodites. That's it. That's
Right.
all the length that I will give you. That is so damn rare.
Right, super rare. But I mean, beside the point. I mean, you got all this mental illness that's just running rampant across this country.
Don't mind.
Can't play it. There's music. So this preschool teacher, the next generation is going to be so messed up.
I believe that song is Monkeys Spinning the Wheel or something.
And the only thing that's going to stop this generation from the next generation from actually being super messed up or whatever because of these whatever teachers that are out there is homeschooling. Take your kids out of public schools now. Do not allow them to continue to go to these public schools. If you're like, well, they have to go somewhere because I have to work, you send them to daycare and you homeschool them when you're home. It doesn't take a lot of time. It doesn't take 8 hours a day to, educate your children correctly.
Have
It
more
just
than one
takes-
meeting with your daycare provider, by the way. Keeps out there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You gotta, you gotta go through your daycare centers and make sure that the people that are watching your children aren't trying to do the same thing that these teachers are doing. So, I mean, it is a thing. And there's reasons why my atypical household has me sitting at home with my child all day, every day, and which opens me up to the reasoning why I actually created a channel, to actually see if I can't actually do something with that, where my wife actually goes to work every day, and everything's all taken care of. So it's very, really actually kind of normal when he comes down to it or whatever, because he's got a dad at home with him. He's actually taught how to be a male instead of being told that he can identify as how he feels. Not that I'm
It's just
forcing
pure
him
brainwashing.
either. It's just simple, easy. He realizes that he actually has, he knows what he is. He's actually so smart. It's very interesting. If he sees girls, like adult women, whatever, he calls them moms. If he sees grown adult men, he calls them dads, because that's that's what he understands. It's like, I'm his dad, his mom's his mom. So when he sees similar, that's just what he calls it, and it's cute. So it's like he understands at the age of 2 better than what majority of these people do. They're sitting there trying to push some whatever bullcrap ideology across, it's okay to feel this way and that way. No, it is not. Stop it. So the next one says, has a policy that all classroom windows remain open entire year, including the cold winter months because of the coof. Students also must eat lunch outdoors at 20-degree weather. This is insanity. And it's actually got some stuff highlighted here. Our classroom windows will remain open throughout the year, including the colder winter months.
Jeez. So they're just ruining their schools?
Mm-hmm.
All that
Eating in
moisture
schools.
and cold
We
air.
will continue to encourage students to eat outside if the weather is approximately 20 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. Well, you can freeze at, under 32. I know, I get it. You put a jacket on or whatever, you're going to stay warm for a little while. But, nothing like suppressing their immune system to make it easier to catch something.
Yep.
So stupid. Back to that.
God, these people
I love
piss me off
watching
with
Blue
their
Cities go to
around with
crap. So this is from LA. It says not paying for a train until it's better experience. I've only been taking the train for a few months and I've seen so much. Just tonight, a guy facing me on the train was smoking that. Last month, I saw someone getting their whatever. I've seen someone pee on the train. I've yet to see any bloodshed, but I know it happens. Anyway, it's effing Sister Ray on the metro, and I'm not paying for that. Yeah. It's, everything that Democrats touch goes to crap.
Hi, friend.
She's got music.
Look at all their cities.
So I'm an NB teacher in a rural school in Idaho. I was just told that my school board, I cannot go. Oh, we went through this one last week. I believe it's showing up again or whatever. I can't go by my they, them pronouns, and that cannot have my pronouns displayed in my classroom. You shouldn't be a teacher. You're mentally handicapped. Belgium's health minister. I mean, maybe slightly healthier than the U.S.'s health minister. Rachel Levine. Oh, my Lord.
Oh, gosh. Freaking huge.
Right? Health ministers, they have to be trolling us. Mandatory federal health minister says it's time to have correction. This dude isn't a health minister. He was just brought on TV to push for mandatory jabs because he's obviously very concerned about his health. And look at how big the guy is. Yeah, he's obviously concerned. This one had music in it. Because I'm like, what the heck is this?
That's Australia, you said? Man, I wonder if they're still buying
The
McDonald's
first health minister was
over
from
there.
Belgium. This lady in the black. And then this guy is just pushing jabs because he's concerned about health. And you can obviously see how concerned about health he really is. And then this one here, this is just some person that's I can't play it because it has music in the background. But they're sitting there sucking on pacifier. Adult sucking on a pacifier, has a baby bottle with them, and is sitting there sticking out its tongue at us. Disgusting. People have lost their minds.
How vulgar.
When air travel is necessary, but Omicron, step 6, travel hoods. Oh my lord.
Dude, I've seen people with the 5-gallon water jugs on their heads.
Yeah, I've seen some. Just go scroll through the libs of TikTok. You'll actually see so much stuff. It's ridiculous. The state of the housing market in New York. Studio apartment, credit check, no pets, no smokers, one person only. Must be jabbed, utilities included, for $1,000. And you look at it and you're like, that's not even worth $1,000. Ugh. But you're in New York, so you know stuff's going to be expensive. She should not be responsible for kids. I hope someone called CPS. Butterscotch 11 says, my son tested positive. My husband and I are on that ASS. I even took the Xbox. Your ASS in quarantine and alone in that room. Don't come out unless it is to use the bathroom. It is to the bathroom. Only reason we didn't take the phone is so you can text for food and water.
What in the hell?
Should be arrested for abuse.
There should be. I would have called the cops.
I can't read it. It says kids in Virginia school have class outdoors in 24-degree weather for their health and safety. This is child abuse.
She is reading a story to all these kids sitting outside in hats and coats and gloves. It is 24 degrees outside. 24 degrees. This is absolutely unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Look at how big the teacher is.
She is reading a story to all these kids sitting outside.
This is just disturbing. It's everywhere. It's totally everywhere.
I think we should end with that. I don't want to live on this planet thing anymore.
Oh, I have it pulled up. It's ready.
Oh, good.
I was way ahead of you.
He said, I got that shit tagged.
I got that bad boy downloaded. It's ready to go. I might have to actually record it so I don't have to. I can just put it to my Stream Deck and actually just hit the button on the Stream Deck. Why did USA Today Life delete this? When most of the public thinks of that, they assume it's synonymous with child.
Jeez.
That's
because it is.
An adult who is sexually attracted to children, but not all.
That's the same thing.
Maps abuse kids, and some people who are not maps.
Those people need to get help, not identify with it.
Who think we think we know what a map is, there's a lot we're misunderstanding.
Well, you see, friend, maps go on the wall. And you see, you got to put a nail through it just
I was
right.
using the correct, I was trying to change the word that they have there, whatever, so that, you know, Susan stays at bay with me.
Now, maps don't scream when you put a nail through them. They moan. So don't be off put.
Twitter has suspended Project Veritas Chief of Staff Eric Spracklin after his viral expose Fauci story. Go figure.
All that shit, man.
Go figure.
Remember
So you're
on our
teaching
New
high
Year's
school
stream?
kids false information that is based on reality. I'm sorry, did you have something to say about that?
Yeah, remember our New Year's stream?
Mm-hmm.
I called that. I said Project Veritas is going to get deplatformed.
Oh, yeah. So you're teaching high school kids false information that isn't based in reality. Don't assign your trans teacher to teach health, then give whatever curriculum edits were made.
You see,
When someone
this
is
what they do.
born as
This
one
is
sex,
exactly
but
what they do.
identifies.
They don't like something, they just try to change it.
They just try to change it. A T woman is a woman. T man is a man. A T man is someone born. I mean, you can see what they crossed out. Is someone born as a female but identifies as a male. And he just crossed all that out and says a T man is a man. No, it's not. You can say what you want. That's not true. This is the definition of TDS.
That teacher was just super salty, man.
Uh-huh.
You want
I
salty
can't
people
believe
teaching
this
your
was
kids?
only a year ago. And he goes and gets the account suspended of Donald J. Trump put on the top of his cake. Talk about TDS.
Wow. What a freaking loser. Just for the internet clicks, too.
Oh, man.
Seriously,
Totally
just for the clicks.
normal. So this is, let's click on this. It says, in case it helps to be concrete, my teen missed a step and rolled his ankle badly last night. In usual times, would go to the pediatrician or urgent care, get an x-ray. Nope. We'll sort it out when Omicron settles. We have no confidence that healthcare settings are safe now.
Guys, check the deaths for
Dude.
Omicron, you freaking idiots. You have an
Look at his
encyclopedia right
foot.
in your
Look
hand.
how big it is. They totally bruised the crap out of it, and you're going to refuse him a doctor because you're like, no, I don't. I'm an idiot.
He's got a broken bone in there, I'll bet.
Oh my God. And then,
Like
so
I
then
bet it's a
here's
fracture in
here's
there.
the attachment to it, or whatever. So the person that actually posted that, this Tatiana Prowl, MD, internist, oncologist, serving people with cancers and other, issues or whatever, is disallowing this person to actually go to see an actual doctor. That's not a good doctor. A good doctor would actually take him to see the proper doctor.
Due to their findings of both employees and preschoolers not. Parents of preschoolers at Foothills Christian Church say their children were in good hands.
It's one of the safest schools, I believe, around.
Derek Cardinal is a father of 4.
Colton loves his class. Kinsley went to preschool also.
He was surprised and
I believe.
angry to hear the
Who
California
doesn't
Department
believe,
of
man?
Social Services shut
Clear
down the
somebody.
preschool in December due to their findings of both employees and preschoolers not wearing masks.
State licensing doesn't have any business telling you what you can do with your kids' Christian education.
Tiffany McHugh, the former preschool director, says visits from social services
That's
started
disturbing.
in September after a
I don't even want to
Go back
listen
to
the
that.
rest of that.
Go back to that guy.
parent complaint.
To which one?
The guy that says, I believe.
Not wearing masks.
It's one of the safest schools, I believe, around.
Derek Cardinal is a father of 4.
Colton loves his class. Kinsley went to preschool also.
He was
I
surprised
believe.
and
He
angry
said it
to hear
like
the
he
California
doesn't
Department
believe,
of
right?
Social
Like he had
Services
somebody in
shut
mind.
down the preschool in December due to their findings of both employees and preschoolers not wearing masks.
State licensing doesn't have any business telling you what you can do
It's
with
because somebody doesn't believe, and that's why they actually went and turned him in for not making all these kids wear masks. It's just so disturbing.
Alrighty, so I use 3 different sets of pronouns: they, them, theirs, am, ers, and its. And typically I just use they, them, theirs in public or at work because those are much more commonly known pronouns, and oftentimes I don't feel like doing a whole bunch of explaining when I'm meeting new people. But around other queers, then I like using am and its for various reasons. So yeah, I'll do some third person talking about myself to show you how they're used. They went to the store today to get groceries. They drove their car. I met them at the store. A went to the store to get groceries today. A drove their car. I met M at the store. And A introduced himself. It drove to the store to get groceries today. I met it at the store and it introduced itself. Alrighty, so I use 3 different sets of pronouns: they, them, theirs.
Yes.
I'm not. I wouldn't even call. I wouldn't use any of the pronouns. I'd be like, fine. I don't even want to talk to you. And just
Right?
walk away
It's like,
from
bye.
that mental illness later. Like you're done. Oh, I seen this one. This is very disturbing. So it says the
Now, isn't
Ronald
talking
McDonald House in
into-
Canada. What's up?
Isn't talking in the third person where you're being like if I were to say, Jimmy went to the supermarket. Jimmy was painting his nails. Or
Yeah,
like
but
it'd be
that's
like
what she's
Jimmy is
trying to
painting
do is she's
them
trying to
nails.
use her AM ears to explain heirs issues.
I just generally disapprove of talking and debating over this stuff because all it does is slow down society.
Right. Just stop. We got more important things to worry about than your pronouns. Like this guy that's complaining that he went to the Ronald McDonald House in Canada and they're willing to evict their tenants and adults and children over the age of 5 who are not jabbed by the end of January. The father of a young boy with leukemia responds, "This is some kind of crazy evil like I've never seen in my life." And it's so sad.
Fuck the whole damn world. Bam, bam.
This is a piece of paper. Can Lindsay zoom in on it? This is an eviction notice, I believe, to anybody older than 5 who's not vaccinated is getting evicted from Ronald McDonald House. So I'm just gonna go talk to people on the counter and see if it's legit now.
So I believe I commented on this one. It may have been another version of it that was actually posted that I commented on. It must have been another version of it that I commented on. Because I'm like, if this is the first reason why you want to actually do away with McDonald's and in any extent or whatever, this is what's actually going to push you. I see. No, maybe that was something else that I actually commented on. It wasn't this, but just disturbing, very disturbing. He's going to go and he question, how they can actually evict somebody with leukemia because they didn't get a jab when dang well what's going to happen if they do. It's not safe for somebody that's
That boy
in
about
that
to make
state.
bank. Dude, they cannot
Just
legally do that.
So disturbing.
They're not legally able to do that. They can absolutely get sued for that. He has an exemption, a medical exemption. I truly believe so.
Do you want me to? You're evicting kids with leukemia, kids who have strokes, kids with Down syndrome. Do you understand how evil this is?
Would you like to?
Where are we gonna go?
Are you?
It's hard enough to get by and everything.
Are you staying? Are you using DCFRP? Are you being funded through DCFRP to stay here?
We're cops for kids is helping us out, and then.
So how long have you been here?
We've been here for months. We have all our stuff here.
Yeah.
And we're still here till
Totally
June.
understand that. Completely understand that.
No matter what your beliefs are, no matter what country you're from or anything, everybody supports sick kids. Everybody thinks kids would be supported. And you're saying that over a vaccine, you're going to evict kids. Like, think about what our national anthem says. Like, this is not Canada. This is an absolute disgrace to our country. To be saying that, you're a sick kid with leukemia, he's not welcome here anymore? I thought we were a country that stood against segregation. And now you're about to set up a room and scan people's vaccine passports and say, this group of people can stay, and this group of people, you're going outside. Like, this is just so messed up. And I don't even know what to say. Like, this country's conscience is seared.
I feel bad for this guy, really, because he's not going to be the only one that's going to have to deal with this. Because they're obviously willing to evict anybody and everybody over the same issue.
I hope that he makes bank in the lawsuit he's going to file.
Yeah, absolutely.
We should follow
There's
that. We should
quite
follow
a
that situation.
lengthy thread that's there, whatever. This was retweeted by Libs of TikTok. If you're interested in this article or whatever, it says the Vigilant Fox. Totally go look at the @Vigilant Fox and actually, comment, help this guy out. He needs somewhere to go with his children, or his child that needs obvious help because they have something that they can't control of leukemia. Lib says men are better at being women. The Golden Globes' new Best Actress in a TV drama is actually a man. So, everywhere has been contaminated with mental illness. Everywhere. Anything
Concept of straightness was basically created to make women prisoners to men. Because as we see on this app over and over, men don't actually like women. They want to have sex with female anatomy, they don't like women. If you followed me for a while, you know my Straight Guys Aren't Straight series, but this basically puts it into a nice pretty bow for you. People are afraid of queerness becoming more and more accepted because women are more and more leaning into that queerness. And so are some men, which is awesome. It means is that more and more women are going to start to pair up with other women and leaving these awful human beings who are unevolved, emotionally unintelligent, and just downright abusive by themselves, with no prisoner but each other. I'm not saying that men and women can't be actually attracted to each other, but remember, it's all a construction at this point. And as you undo it, you see that one group of people is definitely benefiting more than the other, and that's not the way it's been in history so far.
Idiot, it's a give and take.
Oh my God. They're just, at this point, allow them to continue to do the stupid things that they're doing, because if women are with women and men are with men, ain't nobody gonna have a child.
And then we'll just all die out. None of this will exist, and we'll all be
Right.
fucking
None of this
happy.
will ever exist ever again, because you're gonna put us right back to where we started. It just so stupid. Just so stupid. God.
Something got to be done.
Something.
We should make a new country. Right in the smack dab in the middle of this one.
Spotted at an Ohio State University. Please mask up between bites and sips. I mean,
At least they're consistent.
this is a peak TikTok moment when your mom is transitioning to be man.
What the
When your dad is transitioning to be a woman. Just like I mean, I'm a man and my wife's a woman. She goes to work. I stay home with the kid. I mean, you can just do it as you please. Oh, welcome back.
Hello.
If a white therapist gives bad advice, it's because of white supremacy.
The reason why white therapists are obsessed with telling people to just cut off their family, cut off their communities, cut off their friends, instead of guiding them through community-based solutions and teaching them healthy boundaries, is because colonial mental health can only thrive and exist on the basis of offering individualistic solutions that ultimately make you feel more alone, more isolated. And these are all the white supremacist values that get masked as therapy and quote-unquote healing. Ultimately, I'm very sorry that this happened to you and to anyone who continues to endure this type of treatment and therapy. The reason why white therapists are obsessed with
hair looking ass. Listen to me, girl. You are feeling alone and sad right now because of the circles you are in. They have pushed you into boxes, so many different little tiny boxes that I can't even describe.
This is so disturbing.
And now you sit here distraught and alone in your room thinking, oh, it's the Republicans' fault. It's white people's fault. It's everybody's fault but my own.
I don't know if there's music in the background. This dude's dancing, but it says seen during morning Dallas City Council meeting, a rap during open mic about being jabbed. Here's part of it. I missed the part where he squirted hand sanitizer on himself.
Vaccinate. You gonna get corona from Mona. Don't vaccinate. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. You gotta vaccinate in the Lone Star State. Vaccination is so great. Vaccinate me all day long. Vaccinate your daddy and mom. Vaccinate my body. Vaccinate me at the party. A vaccine dream. I love the vaccine all day long. I want to vaccinate your mom. I want to stick it deep in your arm. Oh my, where?
Why do people keep? What the hell? he just fucking say what I think he fucking said?
He did.
I didn't. I misheard him.
No, you didn't.
I must have.
No, you didn't. Here, I'll bring it back just a touch so you can rehear that again.
Your mom, I want to stick it deep in your arm. Oh my, where are you? I want to vaccinate you, but you can't hear my song. Vaccinate me in my thong. Vaccination, right or wrong. Dr. Fauci, give me that ouchie. I want it in my body. Vaccinate me to go to the party. Omar is back. Vaccinate me, white or black. Vaccinate you. Vaccinate who? Vaccinate you all day long.
Omar
Vaccinate
is
your daddy,
bad.
mom. Vaccinate me in my thong. Vaccinate the mayor. I am a vaccination player. What can I say ya? I'm the real Ron Sayer. Prime time, 99 on the ground all the time.
He's only been going for like a minute, according to the video. Apparently, there was a little bit where they missed the hand sanitizer being squirted on himself or whatever, and he's already winded.
Oh my
So
god,
then
dude. This guy literally got paid $50 to do
I
this.
don't know if I can actually play this one. I'm gonna. It's on Rumble, so I'm gonna not. Just. Oh my
Forget
Lord.
puberty. How hard?
Oh.
I refuse to believe that's the same person. Forget puberty. How hard did straight to queer hit you?
What in the hell?
So, I mean, looks pretty normal there. And looks mentally ill there.
Jesus.
It's getting worse. We're going on 2. We've been on here for a couple hours. So, that being said, I think we're going to kind of speed this up a little bit and kind of pass through some of this. What? Cambridge professor in row over use of eloquent as racist term. A war of words has broken out between 2 Cambridge professors after one suggests the other was racist for describing a black presenter as eloquent.
What the fuck? It's a fucking compliment. Koolfrogg, if I told you you were eloquent, what would you say to me?
I'd be like, oh, okay, I guess, if you say so.
Call me a fucking liar.
Oh yeah, this is interesting. So the unjabbed nurses were fired, but now there are short staffs. So positive nurses are being asked
that
to
crazy
work.
ass going on.
Make it make sense. You can't make it make sense until you actually understand how many lies are being pushed. I mean, as soon as you figure out the lies, you'll actually understand why they're allowing these people to actually go back. University of Arizona sent out an email notice that changed MLK's quote to say person instead of man. You can't change something like that. That's not what he said. Nonviolence is a powerful and just weapon. Indeed, it is a weapon unique in history, which cuts without wounding and enables the man who wields it, enables the person that wields it. It doesn't even sound right, and that's why he didn't put that freaking word there. You go change his stuff. That's not how it works. Poor man's rolling in his grave now because of the stupidness of the world. Like, well, we don't like the one word, so let's change it.
Have you seen the episode of the Boondocks when that guy actually comes back?
No.
It's pretty solid. I ought to send you a clip after this, and we'll see if it's
When
appropriate
we
for you
learned
to.
my daughter we sent her to isolate.
Would you, ignorant,
Please
shut
she
the
was
hell
living
up.
her best life. And that's exactly what I would have done. If I would have actually told that I needed to go and do whatever and stay away from things, but I'd get food and drink or whatever, I'd totally do whatever I could to actually, live it up, because I'd be like, oh, sweet. They're leaving me alone and they're feeding me and giving me drink and they're going to do my laundry for me. Hey.
Shit, Big Daddy government gonna put me up and it ain't even gonna be in a capsule house? Okay.
Looks like a taste of heck. Posters from Jack Posobiec. They're holding jabbed snuggle parties now. That was today that they held it. Oh, dang. Good thing I missed it.
Oh my gosh.
Snuggle party for the jab people Friday.
These people are sick. Look at the old man on the woman.
They're like, oh, we're all jabbed. Yay, snuggle. Because we still can transmit.
Idiots. Fucking idiots.
I canceled my appointment last week because all their doctors had COVID. Her nose is out and she's a nurse. My child has had 5 brain surgeries and I have a fucking tooth infection that I can't get fixed because they don't want to put their masks on correctly. I hope the internet is a good place for you to live because that's where you'll be going. I canceled my appointment last week because all their doctors had COVID.
I bet she loves it. She's like, yeah, I'm on the internet. Oh my lord.
Shoplifters.
This is what I'm talking about. Shoplifters. I like it when I see shoplifters.
Thought he could get away.
No, just not.
Just walked out with like 6 pair of shoes because, whatevs.
Picking up a lot of my video. Yeah.
I have a connection issue.
Police, thief. Lights on.
You don't want to pay at the register? Go pay your time at the police station.
Shoplifter thought he could get away.
That's funny.
That guy sounded like the nicest guy.
What's up?
Enjoy your time at the police station.
Yeah, enjoy your time at the police station. Wearing a face mask makes you more attractive to the opposite sex that he finds. Are you sure?
Now, is that the opposite sex?
It's what it says. It says wearing a face mask makes you more attractive to the opposite sex. Why? Because they can't see your fugly teeth and your big nose.
Because you got an ugly fucking face. The Japanese have a word for that. It's called maskubasu or something like that, and it just means it's like a term for being really pretty with a mask on, but ugly as fuck underneath it.
Oh my lord! It says this man is a doctor and can't tell you which one has a prostate.
News about a prostate treatment then? Is it as groundbreaking as we think it might be?
So I think it's been in the news a lot, this idea of the nano knife being used. It's a new treatment for prostate cancer. Now, prostate cancer is incredibly common, and the thing about the prostate is that it has structures running through it. You've got nerves, you've got your conduit for urine, your urethra runs through your prostate, and so operating on it, you can't just chop it out. You have to be very delicate in removing the cancer. It's also hard to operate. It's a difficult place to get to. So for people with prostates, this is massive news because it means that we've got a little bit of extra accuracy in excising tumours that vast numbers of people will get. Most people with prostates will end up with some kind of, well, maybe that's not quite true, but at least a large number of people who have prostates by the end of their lives may not die of prostate cancer, but they might die with it. So it's very, very common. So any improved accuracy, again, what I'd say about this is it's hard screening for it, it's hard to do it, it's hard to locate those cancers. And so anything we can buy that gets a little bit more precision in the treatment is really good news.
Do we know if that's available on the NHS or will be at the moment?
So at the moment, it looks like it is likely to be available on the NHS. And I think all these things require new surgical techniques. You've got to get data on them.
Loads
You've got
of
to they've got to really go through trials. And to make sure, to save a life with cancer therapy involves identifying the cancer early, scanning for it, choosing the appropriate treatment,
A reminder to do your checks as well yourself.
all those sorts of things. So medical breakthrough, I think, sometimes is a term that we use when really the results are further off than they appear to be. But it is good. I think anyone who's facing these problems, anyone who's got these problems, you start to go, come on, science, let's have some answers. And it feels like this week for medical breakthroughs.
News about...
That is so fucking wacky.
Turn that volume down a little bit. It's just a train noise. But look at all these packages. Just cardboard and trash all over the tracks.
Holy crap.
Oh, look, Amazon packages says, while thieves in LA target trains carrying packages and merch. So there just doesn't matter where it is. We're going to steal it because we can.
Gotta love the libs.
Babylon B says study finds anyone still wearing a mask at this point is probably just super ugly.
Dude, the Babylon
B. Babylon B's the best. I love it. To go along with the wearing a face mask makes you more attractive to the opposite sex. That's funny. Oh. A new study suggests trans women maintain their athletic advantage over cisgender peers. Even after hormone therapy. Trans women retain athletic edge after a year. Yeah, of course they do.
What the hell is Joe
Little
Rogan and every
scientific
other person
evidence
in the world
biological
saying
males
past
have
fucking 5
advantage on
years?
women's sports. It's a lie. There's little scientific evidence. No, you don't need scientific evidence to prove that men can actually do things because of the way they're structured to do things over women. And I'm not being mean to women because there's plenty of things that women can do that men can't, like childbirth. What in the world?
Hi, so I have a small dilemma. I am starting a new job
Fat as fuck.
on Monday, and it's a teaching job. So the kids are going to call me either Mr. or Mrs. Jamie. It depends on what I want, but I, as a non-binary being, I don't know what to pick. I feel like Mrs. would be easier for the kids, but Mr. makes me feel better. But I also kind of want to try mix, but I don't know if the kids can do that. I don't. And then what do they do when they ask me if I'm a boy or a girl? I'm not. I don't know.
Explain that it's young kids too.
It's young kids. My class is gonna be 4-year-olds, so I don't know. And then I don't know if I want to go by Jamie or Jamie Ray, because Jamie Ray is the name that I go by now. I don't know. Any advice would be great for any non-binary teachers.
SOS, save our ship.
SOS, SOC, save our captain. Thanks.
It's save our souls. Which means the people on board, not the captain. You idiot!
SAOC, stay away from SAFOC, stay away from our children. So, they come back and said some
I
more.
actually am still teaching kids. I just got home from work, actually. Sorry, my voice is kind of out. I've been sick the last week. But yeah, I still teach 4-year-olds in the morning and 5-year-olds in the afternoon. They call me Mix Jamie Ray or Teacher Jamie Ray. They call me they, them pronouns, and so do all of the teachers. I've made some friends, and the parents like me too, so yeah.
They don't like
I'm
you,
not
huh?
gonna let this stupid little hate viral Twitter bullshit bring me down or make me stop teaching kids.
I don't fucking
It's
like
one
you.
of my favorite things to do, and if you don't like it, you do it.
Bitch, I
All can
will.
say. So
I'll get kicked right out.
good luck in life. Sorry, you're hateful.
I
I'm
ain't
non-binary.
hateful.
My
I
name is
love
Jamie Ray,
people.
Norfolk Macias.
You're awful.
And I work at the YMCA in Fargo, North Dakota. So
Oh, there you go. Now we know. Fargo, North Dakota. Don't go there if you want your children to turn out correct.
Damn, dude.
White people that aren't like serial killers like Ted Bundy.
Does your mom say? Oops, kid admits on TikTok Live that his mom would convince him to join a LGBT plus community and wants him to be part of it.
White people that aren't like serial killers like Ted Bundy.
Does your mom say you have to be LGBT? No, I can choose what I want to be, but
Go ahead, Lex. Go ahead. Keep talking. Say what you're saying.
My mom doesn't matter if I am gay or lesbian or any of that. She doesn't care. All she cares about is that I'm a part of it. And if I'm not a part of it, she'll try to convince me to join it. Cause
What? Are you saying right now?
Facts.
That I would convince you to join what?
The LGBTQIA plus community.
White.
Just called her out for her bull crap.
And he doesn't even realize what he said.
Right, he doesn't
he's
realize
like, did I do
because
good,
he's
Mom?
not old enough to understand that the crap that she's pushing on him is freaking lie. Freaking stupid ass people. They need to live in a freaking.
God damn it, I'm taking this motherfucker, I'm out!
Son of a. That's exactly where Alex Jones gets it from.
They're goddamn demons, people!
Turn the frogs gay.
Turn the frickin' frogs gay!
A Louisiana school board has asked a newly appointed board member who bragged about marching to the Capitol on Jan 6 last year to step down. Yeah, they're worried about that. Those kind of people stepping down from school, but they're not worried about these other ones that are actually sitting there trying to push their whateverness across to the children. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Will
Like this kid
convert
said,
your children.
if I don't join it, she's just gonna make me.
Yep.
You know, let's listen to that again so we can get that point across.
People that aren't like serial killers like Ted Bundy.
Does your mom say you have to be
Look at her mom.
LGBT?
Her
No,
mom's
I can
obsessed with
choose
serial
what I want to
killers.
be, but
Go ahead, Lex. Go ahead. Keep talking. Say what you're saying.
my mom doesn't matter if I am gay or lesbian or any of that. She doesn't care. All she cares about is that I'm a part of it. And if I'm not a part of it, she'll try to convince me to join it. Cause
What are you saying right now?
Facts.
That I would convince you to join what?
The LGBTQIA plus community.
White people.
Facts.
He doesn't
I'm
even
just
realize what he just said.
pointing out the facts, Mom.
And the mom took pot. What did you just say?
Wait a minute. You just called me out. Are you kidding me?
That
You
was
don't say that.
gorgeous.
I mean, Oh, spotted in the stadium in Denver. It's a no handshake zone, dude.
Now we can't handshake.
Once this channel actually makes something of us and we actually can go do stuff or whatever, we're gonna go to Denver and we're gonna handshake in front of the no handshake zone.
Excellent. I'm for it. I'll get arrested for that.
I'd just laugh and be like, "Go ahead."
I'd be like, arrest me.
After watching more of her videos, I'm confident she grooms her kids and CPS should be called. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, this lady. That was the comment to this lady with her children. We'll do that one more time
White
because
people
this
that
is the
aren't, like,
last
serial
one.
killers
We're
like Ted
done.
Bundy.
Does your mom say you have to be LGBT? No, I can choose what I want to be, but
Go ahead, Lex. Go ahead. Keep talking. Say what you're saying.
My mom doesn't matter if I am gay or lesbian or any of that. She doesn't care. All she cares about is that I'm a part of it. And if I'm not a part of it, she'll try to convince me to join it. Cause
What are you saying right now?
Facts.
That I would convince you to join what?
The LGBTQIA plus community.
White people that aren't.
Facts. That's all I'm doing. I'm just telling them facts.
Do you hear her talking about Ted Bundy at the beginning, though?
Yeah.
These crazy people all are obsessed with the serial killers.
They sure are. So that was it for Lives of TikTok. I'm good for the night on this. We've been going for over 2 hours now. So that being said, you want to go show yourself out real quick?
Absolutely. You can follow me here on YouTube at Jimmy YouTube, or you can follow me over on TikTok at the Atlas Pass for some amateur art and some little anime clips that have been getting semi-popular, I guess. And otherwise, you can follow me on Twitter. I got some little bit spicy stuff over there, something cool I just posted. Why don't you go check that out? That would be at Real Anime Rich. Underscores in between each word.
And I'm Koolfrogg. You can help me out immediately by going to buymeacoffee.com/Koolfrogg. That's KOOLFROGG. You can follow me almost anywhere. There is a link tree down below. Go ahead, click on it. You'd be surprised what you actually find in there. There's lots and lots of stuff that's in there. Whatever. Koolfrogg everywhere. You go ahead, follow me, help me out, help Jimmy out. Let's hope that everything's okay with America Shirts. That's americashirtsourfirst.com. He's got the most base t-shirts on the planet. And you can actually use promo code Koolfrogg, again, KOOLFROGG, and you get 15% off any of his merchandise that he has in his store. That being said, we got one more thing to share as we leave.
Hashtag me too, bro.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.